Up next, the Clippers taking on the Spurs. For Los Angeles, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it with a big win tonight. Spurs, Clippers, coming up next. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Tracy McGrady. Then it's Baylor. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5. And for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Durant. And it's Irving in at the 1. Well, Greg, we know tonight marks the end of the year, the calendar year, but we're still in the thick of this NBA season.
No doubt, Kevin. And for teams that aren't doing as well, this is a good opportunity to reset. Leave all your troubles in last year and usher in the new one with a new mindset.
From 12 feet out, rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. And it's the Clippers ball, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
McGrady outside. Pass to Baylor. Here's Chamberlain, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to McGrady. 5 to shoot. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. A shot by McGrady, no good. Last game for the Spurs. They pick up the W against the Timberwolves at Target Center.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
And here is Baylor following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Back to McGrady, and that one is stuffed right through.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Baylor against Durant. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Irving. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Wembanyama left side. Some solid defense from Chamberlain.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Giannis kicks to Irving. The 3 from Tatum. The Clippers grab the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the layup's good off the glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
KD on the wing. Baylor defending. Durant. Rebound by the Clippers.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
McGrady against Tatum. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
The Spurs making a switch here. Rose is checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Stockton's checked in for Baylor. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Rose passes to Wembanyama. Back to Rose. KD on the wing. McGrady covering. Tatum setting the pick for KD. From 16 feet away, he cans it. KD's got 5.
Look at KD, mid-range jumper. It's automatic.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
Thanks, David. So it's the Clippers now, after the basket by San Antonio. Durant against McGrady. Shot clock at 6. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
KD finds Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Lets it fly. Misses the jumper.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Here's Rose. That one's in, his first shot this game.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Durant inside. McGrady covering. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
A fluid, talented scorer with length. Tatum is hard to defend because of that versatility.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And looking at Tatum's game, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
And so Tatum nails them both. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Throws it up high. It's tipped. Stolen by Allen. Offside Tatum. Drexler with the block. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
They really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So with Stockton on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Nowitzki is out there with Jokic. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Drexler. And it's McGrady in at the 3 spot. Now here's Rose. Pass to Jordan. Good defense by Jokic.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Robertson outside. Back to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. 6 to shoot. No coverage that time. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Jordan the screen. Rose, that's good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, Jokic attacking the rim and brings it down hard.
And it's Rose with the ball for San Antonio. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Spurs. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Baylor's checked in. Here's Tatum. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota. George passes to Rose. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Now, here's Jokic. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's George on the wing. Baylor defending. Outside Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The Spurs second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Bird, he's checked in for the Spurs. Irving comes in for Ray Allen. And then for Los Angeles, Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Jokic. Drexler comes in for Nowitzki. And it's Stockton in for Robertson.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Rose passes to Tatum. Here's Bird. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Bird's got his first basket of the night.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
Clippers moving the ball around. Stockton looking around. Baylor a screen on Bird. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Bird. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now McGrady defending. Bird outside. With the teardrop, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Now, Baylor, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Stockton against Rose. McGrady outside. Drills the three-pointer. McGrady's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Durant's checked in for the Spurs. Anthony comes in for Rose. And then for the Clippers, Nowitzki's checked in for McGrady. Robertson comes in for Drexler. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Stockton. Count that bucket.
Hard to leave any player that wide open from that distance.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:29 left in the first half. Durant with it. Baylor picks him up. Lets it fly from 18. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket.
Yeah, no one's stopping the KD pull-up. One of the most deadly shots this league's ever seen.
Nowitzki outside. Baylor's shot is off. Spurs trail by 6. Giannis dishes the Bird. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Robertson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Good to see Gilgeous-Alexander's playmaking evolving here, wanting to get it to the open teammate.
Abdul-Jabbar against Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Taken away by Anthony. And here's the fast break. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Bird.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Limiting turnovers has helped. Give their ball handlers props. They've been smart with the decision-making.
They're certainly running the offense well. And let's move on to the race for... And that concludes halftime. Now time.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So with Bird sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Jason Tatum. Durant is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Irving. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Taking a look at San Antonio, they're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Clippers, 2 spots down.
And right now for San Antonio, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Well, if you think that Giannis was going to stop working after he won a title, what do you think he's going to do in the years that they don't? This guy continues to be one of the hardest workers in the NBA.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Will Chamberlain picks one up. The Spurs have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Jokic, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Julius Irving. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly. with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Just 2 to shoot. Here's KD. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles leading by 4. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Keeping that ball absolutely on the string. Gilgeous-Alexander capable of getting creative.
Giannis kicks to Irving. Giannis sets a screen for Irving. Floats it up for Giannis. Tatum down low. McGrady covering. Tatum's shot is off. Jokic against Tatum. Jokic passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Lets it go from deep. A shot by McGrady, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Tatum. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Durant wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got 10.
Really easy catch and release, Jay, from KD.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Shot from 12. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. And it's McGrady that time on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
What a competitor. Giannis right back at you.
Clippers leading by 3. And here's Jokic. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Allen's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And then for the Clippers, Nowitzki's checked in for Jokic. And it's Drexler in for Baylor. McGrady kicks to Nowitzki. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 11.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Wembanyama finds Tatum. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Nowitzki. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Tatum. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nowitzki sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A 3 from Drexler. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Durant. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Spurs with some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Paul George comes in for Kevin Durant. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Irving. And then for Los Angeles, Robertson comes in for McGrady. And it's Stockton in for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good from long range.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Rose scanning the floor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the explosiveness of Rose, quick on the drive. That's why you see him getting fouled in.
A different look now for San Antonio. Antetokounmpo's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Larry Bird sub for Ray Allen. And then for the Clippers, Jokic has checked in for Nowitzki, and it's Baylor in for Drexler. And Stockton, here we go. Pass to Jokic. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here goes Tatum. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes on a bounce. Spurs retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
And Rose, wide open. He shoots. Bangs home the trifecta. Rose has got 10.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Baylor is out there with Drexler. Then it's Kareem. Then there's Robertson. And it's Stockton in at the point guard. Stockton outside. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Jordan. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar. And the Clippers lead by 2. Stockton against Rose. Down low. Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Jordan sends it back. Pass to Rose. To the middle. Here's George. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. 5-on-3 break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the Spurs making a change here. Allen's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Robertson. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. George passes to Jordan. No good from Baylor.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
It's George on the wing. Baylor defending. Shoots from 12. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
Great J from Antetokounmpo, really developing that part of his game.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. A different look now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Jordan. Tatum comes in for George. And Durant subbed in for Irving. And then for Los Angeles, Chamberlain's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Robertson comes in for Drexler. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Stockton. And it's time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Clippers was able to update me on the situation. Oh, that is not what you want to see, and it sounds like it's a serious injury. There's never a good time for injuries, but right in the thick of the season, this is a difficult one to navigate. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Irving's checked in for the Spurs. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the Clippers. McGrady comes in for Robertson.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. Throws it down, JT!
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Baylor. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Durant. Tatum on the wing. Here's the floater. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. McGrady outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Now here's Baylor. Defended by Durant. Clock at 6. Tries the spin move. Now Chamberlain. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Spurs. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Durant kicks to Tatum. Through contact, Tatum.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Tatum against McGrady. Wembanyama, a screen on McGrady. Tatum. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, it counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
Here's Tatum. And block. That one goes careening off the glass. Inside, Tatum. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. John Stockton. He's checked in for Tracy McGrady. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Durant. Baylor tries in, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
San Antonio's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Gilgeous-Alexander against Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really easy to appreciate Tatum's ability. He doesn't back away from the contact when he's in attack mode at the rim.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Huge block as the length of KD paying off there.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. .43 seconds left in the game. Abdul-Jabbar finds Stockton. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
So it's the Spurs now, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tatum passes to Giannis. Back to Tatum. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Good!
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Stockton outside. Right side Baylor. It's off. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is...